Let's make one thing clear. Bibi Netanyahu and his government have made it perfectly clear. They are not stopping this war. They are not stopping the siege of Gaza. If you're still sitting here saying, Hamas ain't do this, Hamas ain't do that, it don't matter what the hell they do. He has said it. Look it up. He has told his people, we will not stop.
All right, speaking of Israel identifying 2 more hostages released by Hamas as the terror group claims it has returned all of the dead hostages it could find. Hamas saying they now need special equipment to locate the rest of them. Israel, for its part, keeping the threat of military action on the table, with the country's defense minister directing the military to plan for the total defeat of Hamas if they do not abide by the peace deal. Former State Department Deputy Special Envoy under President Trump, Eli Kohanim, joins me now. Eli, what a week it has been. And the latest appears to be that Hamas says that they have released all the bodies that they can find. And Israel is saying it is not good enough. And they're threatening military action. They're threatening to restart this war if Hamas does not comply with the rules of the ceasefire. So
hey, if we've been fighting for 2 years, blowing shit up, completely disintegrating everything, the buildings, rock has been falling. Not only have their people died, but a bunch of Palestinians and family members and everybody else and whole families lay under the dirt and the wasteland that Gaza is. But hey, you know what? If you don't return our dead hostages, we're going to come and kill more of you. We've been fighting for 2 years. The hostage bodies could be anywhere. We blew up everything. Hospitals, schools, libraries, everything. But we're going to restart the war. Because even though 70,000 of you have died, women and children mostly, we're going to restart the war for our dead bodies.
where do things go from here?
Carly, things just go up from here. I want to remind the audience that Hamas is a U.S. designated foreign terrorist organization. And so we can expect that they might want to play some games in this process. However, we're in a historic moment because of President Trump's leadership. This coalition of Arab, Muslim, and Israel that he brought together, including European backing. And what we're seeing right now is not just about Gaza. It's about the future of the Middle East, a brand new Middle East, a peace for the ages, as the president has told us. Because this plan, the 20-point plan, what it does is it lays the groundwork for full normalization with Israel. And I have no doubt that the president's team is working on this right now. I want to also point out that the reason we're here is not just peace through strength, but it's peace through victory. And that comes about because of the brave U.S. military men who flew those B-52 bombers and took out Iran's nuclear program. As the president has said, taking out Iran's nuclear program, their military infrastructure, that also paved the way for us to be at the moment that we are right now.
So let's put that in layman's terms. What she's saying is Trump has made an historic move by getting all these Arab nations to come together, and Bibi Netanyahu want to end that peace over hostages. Not that they're not important, but they're dead. They're not even living, because the bodies, Hamas said, yo, we need some, we ain't got no heavy equipment. We've been digging. They have their own people that are dead also. Are you crazy? If we let him get away with that, restarting the war over dead hostages, we deserve what America deserves, to fall like the fucking Roman Empire if we let him do that.
Which is peace after 2 years of war and fighting, which began under Joe Biden's feckless presidency.
It was a remarkable night over the summer, Operation Midnight Hammer, and without that happening, and imagine making that decision as the commander-in-chief to go ahead and do that, not knowing if it was going to work or what was going to happen when they were flying those B-2 bombers over Iranian territory.
They knew it was going to work.
But if not for that, where would these hostages be? But when it comes to Gaza itself, Ellie, Defense Minister Israel Katz has ordered the IDF to ready a plan to continue fighting if Hamas does not release the rest of these bodies. He says if Hamas refuses to implement the agreement, Israel, in coordination with the U.S., will return to fighting.
Look, he put us in there.
The complete defeat of Hamas, change the reality in Gaza, and attain all the objectives of the war. So that appears to be like there is a real possibility that this war could pick back up again. Do you anticipate that happening?
Think about this. They've been fighting for 2 years, bombing whatever the hell they want, outside the country, inside the country, in Gaza, and they still saying Hamas is a threat after 2 years, 70,000 plus people dead. If you call yourself a Christian, if you say you on the right and you care about the babies, if you say you on the left and you care about the Palestinian people, and you still support Israel right to defend itself in this way and kill more people, you are a fucking lunatic and you deserve hell. I'm point fucking blank. I'm tired of it. No, point blank.
But, you know, it's part of the plan from the outset that Hamas must disarm. And we heard President Trump say that yesterday. Reporters asked him about what if Hamas refuses. And he said, oh, yes, they will disarm. And if they don't disarm willingly, we're going to, in essence, he said, we're going to disarm them. So we know that in the region, everybody knows that when President Trump speaks, he says what he means and he means what he says. And
yeah, until those fucking Gulf countries and the Middle East stop giving us oil. What the hell is Hamas disarm? They all put their rockets and their AK-47s in the POW and leave it and fucking at the Israel doorstep. Then they go buy more. What the hell is that? Israel gonna say, oh, look, we got a picture. He got a gun still. We going in. Come on. How the hell do you just give up all these years of any people, especially men that's oppressed, that's held down, are gonna revolt? So you could call them terrorist organization. I believe they are too. They know good for the Gazan people. But to act like you don't know why fucking October 7th happened, to act like you don't know why, like they so mad and angry and they just fighting for no reason, you're ridiculous and you're part of the problem.
So I expect that Hamas will be forced to comply, whether it's going to happen through the pressure of Qatar, Egypt, and our other allies, Turkey in the region, who, again, the president, through just his sheer force of personality, has brought this coalition together to put the diplomatic pressure on Hamas. But if that's not going to work, the military option has always been on the table. I wouldn't look at it as a return to war. I would look at it as carrying out this plan, which has always demanded that Hamas must disarm. And again, this coalition is in agreement on one thing, which is that Hamas has no future in Gaza.
So we're going to go to war? That's what they're saying? What is that? We would disarm them. Either we're going to indiscriminately just bomb all the fucking Gaza, or what? Are we going to send troops in to die on behalf of Israel? I'll be in front of the White House protesting. You crazy as hell.
That's right. Well, there are going to be 20 families in Israel who are going to have a wonderful weekend ahead come Friday.
Female hostage body in Bar Haman was returned, and her family has issued a statement that they can finally put her to rest.
Yeah.
So
she was killed at the Nova Music Festival.
Exactly.
We were talking about it earlier.
So much gratefulness to the president.
Ellie,
for all
thank
of
you
it.
for remembering.
So much thankful. It's like they trying to talk about how shitty it is, but not get on President Trump back. Man, I don't hold allegiance to no fucking president. They hold allegiance to us. We are the people. They got to speak in tongues like to not make him mad, or just because they got allegiance to Fox, CNN, CBS, they all run by Israelis. This is crazy. This is crazy. Our politicians will not say America first. They be like, well, it's a little, we could talk about it. It's stupid. So they could return 19 of the bodies and then they can't find one and they go, oh, we're going to go into war. Right, not to even to get the bodies. They ain't say nothing about going in and get the bodies. If they don't return the bodies, then we're going to go in and do everything we wanted to do in the first place. These are the chosen people of God. The government, because our government do stupid shit too. And so I'm not going to blame that on the Israeli people, the Jewish people. Bibi Netanyahu has to go. He has to go. And everybody that back him up, Ben Gvir, all of them got to go. Their time is up. They're old men that's trying to make a dream come true that they had since they were kids. This Zionist dream is irreprehensible. It is disgusting for some people to think that they deserve something just by the right that they were born. Let me know what y'all think, Cave Dweller. Am I tripping or not? God, prayers to the little kids in Gaza. Oh.